verb in the Russian language and in the Kazakh language? Similar. Similar, похожий, подобный. Do we have a similar proverb?
Maybe yes, but when you translate it,
just in Russian or different? Yes, of course. So, can you give any examples of a similar proverb in Russian and in Kazakh? No, you can't. Okay. So during the lesson, just sometime later, you will learn some more proverbs. Okay? Okay, good. So, the aim of the lesson is to prove the proverb, so many countries, so many customs. Prove. Who knows this word, prove? What's Russian for prove? Prove.
Доказать.
Доказать. Yes, you are quite right. Доказать. Пословицу. Сколько стран, столько обычаев. Quite right. So, let's get the ball rolling. Let's get the ball rolling. Let's start and let's have a small talk. So, do you like traveling? Do you like traveling? And if you like traveling, then why do you like traveling? You can use the modals. I like traveling because it is, for example, interesting. It is plus adjective. I like traveling because it gives me, helps me, provides me. Yes, verb with the ending s or es. And I like traveling because I can do this or that. So I like traveling because. I like traveling because.
I like traveling because it's interesting.
Interesting, okay. Can you think of any other adjectives? Interesting. I like traveling because.
I like traveling because
It is funny, yes. I like traveling because.
I like traveling.
Use other modals. You can use other modals.
I like traveling because I can spend time with my friends.
Great, great. Can spend time with my friends and приобрести новых друзей. Not only spend time with my friends, with my old friends, but приобрести новых друзей, подружиться.
Meet a new friends.
Meet new friends and make new friends. Yeah? Make new friends. Great. What else? What can you do while traveling? What can you do? What can you do?
I like traveling because I can learn about something different.
Very good, very good. Move your brains. What else? Why do you like traveling?
I like traveling because I can make dream come true. My dream come true.
Yeah. Your dream can come true. Узнать другие культуры. Пробовать еду вкусную. Say it in English. Try or taste. Yes, taste. Taste different food. What else?
I like traveling because it's educating.
Good. Okay. Петь песни. Наслаждаться природой. Лазать по горам. Climb mountains. Okay? So give me full answers, please. Полные предложения, да?
I like traveling because it's giving me a relax.
It helps me to relax. I can relax. Great. Okay. Move your brains, be more active. Wake up, wake up. Are you still sleepy? Yes. Are you still sleepy? Okay, good. So, who likes traveling? Raise your hand. Only Diana. Василиса likes traveling. Diana, Masha, Anina. So what about the rest of the students? Do you like traveling?
Maybe they have no experience of
No
traveling.
experience. Well, you probably have such experience. I'm sure you will. if you know English well, if you speak English well, you can travel all over the world, far away abroad, and speak English in every country because it's the international language. International language? What's Russian for international language?
Национальный язык, который будет
International язык. Yes, of course. Well, great. Now, so have you traveled to another country? Have you traveled to another country? Yes, I have. If you have traveled, no, I have. And Vasilisa, I know you have traveled recently. Yeah. What countries have you been to, Vasilisa?
I
What
have
country
been
can-
to Russia.
Russia. So, and exactly what city? Yes, great experience. Okay, so what other countries have you been to? Russia. Can you name any other countries in English? Let's name them at least. Турция, Turkey, Великобритания, Great Britain, Германия, Germany, Франция, France. French is an adjective, прилагательное. France, Франция. Ага, окей. Америка, Соединенные Штаты. The USA, the United States of America. Австралия, Australia, Канада, Canada. Well, Новая Зеландия, New Zealand. They are all English-speaking countries. Okay, and our nearest neighbors, Uzbekistan. Uzbekistan, Kyrgyzstan, Kyrgyzstan. Okay. What countries would you like to visit? What countries would you like to visit?
In future,
In future,
I like to visit USA,
USA, great.
maybe Germany and France.
France, great. Okay. Vasilisa, what about you? So you've been to Russia. What countries would you like to visit?
In future, I like to visit USA. Japan. So it would be great experience. So, girls, what countries would you like to visit? Russia, Japan, Germany, Italy. That's a very interesting country with rich traditions and energized people. Okay. So, Dasha, Canada. Milena, Milana. I like to visit
USA, окей. I'd like, мне бы хотелось, I'd like. Окей, так, Ира, Юля, Амина.
I'd like to visit Spain.
Spain, great.
I'd like to visit Spain. I'd like to visit in Spain.
Hold on, Spain, the same that Ira, Spain, Испания, Амина.
I'd like to visit Italy and Spain.
Okay, good. Well, girls.
I'd like to visit Australia, New Zealand, and France.
Excellent. Степа. Noah. So you don't like traveling. Okay, then you will be just sitting here or at home. Okay, Yulia.
I'd like to visit USA.
France. Okay, great. I'm sure you will visit. But each time, well, just before you travel, you need to learn other countries' traditions and customs. Do you agree with me? Other countries' traditions and customs. Learn, узнать. Do you agree with me? Yes. Well, just to show your respect to other nations and nationalities. Okay, so let us do it. Let's do a number of exercises so that you will get acquainted with other countries' traditions and customs better. So, and the first task is match the proverbs with their definitions. So today you know the word proverb, пословица, поговорка, definition, Дефиниция определения. So you need to match. Найти пару, соединить поговорку с ее определением. Okay, so today you are sitting in groups, so that it will be easier for you to work. So match the problems with their definition. For example, number 1 is B, number 2 is. So you may discuss, you may use your dictionaries, you may ask me if you can't understand anything. Working group, working group. Working groups. So who is the leader? Vasilisa. Organize the group. Organize. It's not an individual work. Это не индивидуальное. Вы в группе. You can speak. You may discuss. So, Tasha, you will be the leader here in this group. Because I like it. So, well, match the problem with the definitions. Так, ага. Юля, глаза уже. Есть. So many countries, so many customs. When in Rome, do as Romans do. Dry bread at home is better than roast meat abroad. East of West home is better. It has no home. Home is everywhere. Так.
У нас какой язык?
Ready? Are you ready? Ready? No, not ready. I will wait. We have some time. I will wait. No questions? So many countries, so many customs. This is the theme of our lessons, and you know the translation. Yes. Что не город, то норов, что не деревня, то обычай. Yes, you remember at the beginning of the lesson, I asked you to say, to name a similar proverb. В начале урока я спрашивала вас, вот вам вариант, что не город, то норов, что не деревня, то обычай. Next, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. I like this proverb. It will be a Yes, quite right. Чужой монастырь со своим уставом не ходят, да? Здесь у нас проявил, но в чужой монастырь, потому что литературный перевод, да? When in Rome, do as the Romans do. И узнаем отсюда слово Rome. What's the Russian for Rome? Рим, Romans, Римляне. Next. Dry bread at home is better than the roast meat abroad. It's дома и солома съедобно. Дома, Dry bread. Translate into Russian. Dry. Сухой засохший хлеб. Better. Лучше. Roast meat. Жареное, приготовленное мясо за границей, да, хорошо прожаренное в ресторане, поели, вы домой. Dry bread at home. Okay, next. East or west, home is best. Это Восток. Translate. Now let's give me word for word translation. Или Запад, дом, самый лучший. Окей, в гостях хорошо. А дома лучше. And the last one. He has no home. Whose home is everywhere. Чужие стены не греют. Okay. Now I'll give you only 1 minute. Unfortunately, I don't have time, really. Роза Капан на 1 минутку засеките. Проверим память. Меня остались без часов. The task is memorize. Запомните. Two proverbs out of this list that you like best. Only 2 for 1 minute, during 1 minute. Start.
Ребят, стоп.
Let's go back to the previous slide. Okay, so two proverbs. Who remembers? Даша.
Я уже немного поняла сначала. Нужно было выучить две пословицы любых.
Дальше, let's move further. Okay, now I'll give you cards. Just with 2 letters. Letter T stands for true. What's Russian for true? Yes, and letter F stands for false. Okay, so for each of you, now I will check if you know other countries' traditions quite well. Okay. Okay, so are the statements true or false? For our country, sorry, not for other country, but for our country. But before you will answer, let's check some words and expressions. Shake hands, поздороваться, пожать руки, да? Invite for a meal, пригласить на обед, arrange to do something, организовать, yawn in public, зевать на публике. Okay. So, when we meet someone for the first time, we shake hands. That's true. Show me. Yeah. Or just say, that's true. Yes. Well, in our country, in Kazakhstan, we just live according to European traditions and we shake hands when we meet each other. Yes, especially men. Okay, next. Friends kiss on both cheeks when they meet or when they say goodbye. That's all. Friends. False. False. Vasilisa thinks it's true. It's true. Так, this group, даже your group, false. But sometimes I see when young people, I mean teenagers, kiss each other or just touch each other on both cheeks when they meet and when they say goodbye. So I think it's 50-50, 50 false and 50 true. I think it's common in the youth culture. Youth culture – молодежная культура. Do you agree with me? No? You don't do that. Вы так не делаете?
Of course we do, but if it's a guy and a girl, no one will.
No one will. Only with the same sex. Yeah? Only with the same sex. It's common. Okay. That's very good. And lately we haven't done that because of pandemic. Yes, because of coronavirus pandemic. We have to keep distance. Yes, 1 meter and a half. To keep distance. Keep distance. Сохранять дистанцию. That's right. Okay, good. So it is false. It is false. Next, we often invite people to our home for a meal. For a meal.
That's true.
For a meal. To eat. Of course, it's true. Of course, it's true. Next, if you have arranged to do something with friends, it's okay to be a little late. That's true. That's true. It's quite common for our country and for our culture. To be a little late. Be a little late. Lia, translate into Russian. Be a little late. 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 Опаздывать. Okay, remember. Number 5. You shouldn't yawn in public.
It's 50-50.
Really? You shouldn't yawn. You shouldn't yawn in public. И так. 50-50.
Everyone.
So, what is your opinion? Can we? Is it maybe I can't find the proper word? Polite to yawn in public. Is it polite? Of course, it's not polite. It's not polite to yawn in public. When you yawn in public, you show what? That you are not interested in what is going on. If you yawn in public, вы когда зеваете, вы что показываете? Ну, конечно, может это связано с недостатком кислорода, да? Но обычно that's a sign of disrespect and boredom, скуки. Это признак скуки в основном, мы так считываем этот знак. Of course, so it's not good, it's not polite to yawn in public. Next, the last one. We call most people by their first name.
Мы многих людей называем
Первыми именами, да. And again, I think it's 50-50. What do you think? What do you think? It's more common for European culture and American culture to call most people by their first names. So in our country, who can you call by their first name? Your Your friends, yes, of course. So, and people who are older than you, yes, adults, of course, you will address, yes, in official situation by their first names and отчество, middle name, surname, familia, middle name or patronymic name, yes, patronymic name, отчество. Okay, good. Now, look at this slide. What nationalities are these? What nationalities are these? So let's start from the very beginning. What nationalities?
It's a Kafka's girl.
This one. Yes. It's a Russian girl. It's a Russian girl. Она не похожа. She doesn't look like a Russian girl. So look at the background of this photo. Yes, they are French. From France, but French.
It's Indian.
Indian.
USA.
Americans. Japanese.
Arabs. Нет, это
The Scots, you are quite right. How did you guess? How did you guess? They are wearing special skirts. Chinese people and very funny, energized, Italy. Emotional, yes, they are Italians. Good. So now let us see what you know. What are the characteristic features of these nations and nationalities? Characteristic features, характерные черты, да, национальности. Okay. So, and again, working groups, and match a line with A, where you see the name of the nationality, with a line in B, The Italians, the Chinese, the British, the Canadians, the British, the Scots. Okay, I'll give you some time. You don't need it right now. Yeah. So if you need any help, you can ask me and I will help you. By all means. I will definitely help you. I spoke you. Ask me about the words. You may have not to know some of these words. What's the Russian for noodles? Noodles. Nuts. Noodles. Noodles and rice. No, rice and rice. Noodles. Лапша. Yes. Так, kill. What is a kill? Kill. What is a kill? Special. Yes, special. Scottish. Secure for men. It is called. Raw fish. Raw fish. Это сырая была. Так. Invent. Изобретать. Так, pasta you know. And the rest of the words are quite easy. Шампейн, шампанское, шампейн. That's not about Italians. Champagne is not about Italians.
No questions.
So, your time is over, so let's discuss together. So, the Italians, what do you know about Italians? Of course, they eat a lot of pasta. Yes? The Chinese, lots of noodles and rice. The Chinese, noodles, lapsha, rice, rice. The British invented football. They are inventors of this game, football. The Canadians often watch ice hockey on TV. That's a kind of northern country, quite cold, so they often watch ice hockey on TV, and they are fond of ice hockey. The French, champagne, of course, champagne. The Japanese eat a lot of raw fish, okay? The Scots,
Miracles and special occasions.
yes, wear heels on special occasions. Good. Now, I'll give you 1 minute. 1 minute. Rosa Capana Nadu. The task is try to memorize 5 new words. 5 new words. Yes, from these sentences. 5 новых слов. Выучиваем, запоминаем. Only 5. Start. Я думала, ученица спрашивает. Start. Stop. So your time is over. Your time is over. So don't look into anywhere. So just your words, Yulia. Your words. Just name them. 5 words. Okay, 3 words. Close your copybooks for a moment. Move your brains. Champagne for. Close your copybooks. Put aside your papers. Move your brains. 5 words. Excellent. Girls. Occasion. Work, it is pronounced. Work. Milana. Champagne. Fish. Okay. In this group. Raw fish. Killed and Scots. Okay. So, into English. Шотландская юбка.
Scotland.
Kilt. Вот kilt это уже и будет одним словом шотландская юбка. Можно не говорить даже далее. Так, лапша. Noodles. Теперь, когда покупаем, смотрим на все этикеточки, там написано noodles. Рис. Rice. Особые случаи словосочетания. Особые случаи.
Occasions.
Special occasion. В русском языке, в классической литературе тоже, да, было слово оказия. Оказия, случай. Ты как добрался? Да я с оказией доехал. А ты как посылку отправил? Да с оказией. Что такое occasion? Здесь случай вообще occasion, да? Ну, случайно что-то в нашем языке, такое слово легко запомнить. Так, шампанское.
Champagne.
Угу. Изобретать. Инвер. Сырая рыба. Рог. Фиш. Так. Паста. Good. Next. So I think you are ready to move further. Двигаемся дальше. So now you are close to the text which is called World Guide to Good Manners. Translate into Russian the title of the text. Guide. Руководство, да, к хорошим манерам. So, first, you need to complete the text with the lines. Yes, the lines have been taken out from the text. Taken out. Вырвали из текста. Let's read them quickly. Юля.
Many people prefer not to discuss business while eating.
Eating. Translate.
Много людей предпочитают не обсуждать бизнес
За едой. Be. Так, Амина, read it. Be. Business. Businesses даже. Couple. Hours. Translate. Some businesses. Закрываются. Early afternoon. In the early afternoon. Рано днем for a couple of hours. На пару часов. Так, next. Даша, sleep. And drinking. Для greeting, приветствия. Да? Помните, на самый первый урок я учила greetings для приветствия? Eating. Еды, drinking, питья. Так, Жанеля. You should go. The deeper you should go. Who can translate? The deeper you should go. Deep. The deeper you should go. Go. Мы изучали с вами это слово как look у нас было, да? Look. Но здесь go совершенно другое имеет значение. Это глагол. It's a verb. The deeper you should go. Deep это глубокий. Тем ниже кланяться. The deeper you should go. Следует кланяться. Так, and the last one. Ира, read the last one.
So to wear long clothes and skirts below the knee.
Below the knee. K is not pronounced here. Translate. Who can translate?
Должны носить длинные.
Да, long sleeved. Sleeve это рукав. Blouses, блузки,
юбки до колена.
below the knee. Ниже колена. Вести себя. Behave. Кланяться. Смотреть прямо. Look straight. Group. Chest. Avoid. Избегать. Так. Review. Обмен визитками.
Exchange of business cards.
Exchange of business cards. Приемлемый. Acceptable. From the verb accept, принимать. Так, причеркивать внимание. Смакливый. Наполнять блюдо. Refill. Палочки. Chopsticks, миска. Okay. So, 10 minutes for you to do this task. 10 minutes for you. All together. Read, translate, and complete the lines. All together. So, if you don't know any Yes, these lines. You need to complete with these lines. Sorry. Many people prefer not to discuss business while eating. So it's number 3. Goes with number 3. It's 4. 4. Many people prefer not to discuss business while eating. No. Julia, it's number 3. It's number 3. It's number 3. So who will read the whole sentence? The whole sentence, все предложение полностью. Read it with the completed line. Who will read this sentence? Диана, read it aloud.
Какой есть?
Вот третье, где мы вставили, все предложение.
Так, третье у нас это получается.
In Britain.
In Britain?
Это будет, который вы говорите, на который мы доставили.
Many people prefer not to discuss business while eating. Read the whole sentence. Where does it go? Where does it go in the text?
In Britain, you might have a business lunch and do business as usual. In Mexico and Japan,
Many people prefer not to discuss business while eating.
Yes. So it's about food and drink. So B. Some businesses close in the early afternoon for a couple of hours. Julia, now read the sentence. Read the whole sentence, Julia.
Or some countries, such as Greece, Italy, and Spain, some business close in the early afternoon for a couple of hours. Then remain open until the evening.
Yes. So what is this sentence about, generally speaking? What is this sentence about? Generally speaking, what is this sentence about? It's about doing business, how to do business. Okay, let's see. For greeting, eating, and drinking, where does it go? Number 5. Number 5. Yes, number 5. So, who will read aloud this sentence with number 5? Who will read aloud? Vasilisa. In India, it's number 3 for here. No. For greeting, eating, and drinking. Translate it into Russian. Who can translate? Translate it into Russian. На Среднем Востоке никогда никогда не должны использовать левую руку для чего? Для приветствия, еды и питья. Окей. The deeper you should go. The deeper you should go. The deeper you should go. Where does it go? It's number. It's number. It's number 1. Of course. Julia, read it aloud. This sentence with number 1.
The deeper you shall
you should go. Юля, translate this sentence. Да? И чем ниже ты поклонишься, да, тем больше уважения ты покажешь. And the last one. Should wear long-sleeved blouses and skirts below the knee. Where does it go? Who will read it aloud? Where does it go?
Это в два.
Диана, read it aloud.
Body, especially women who should wear long sleeve blouse and skirt below the knee.
Yes, excellent. Very good. And now these questions, listen to me. Find the answer in the text. But try not to read it aloud. Read it to yourself. And then try to tell it to us, to me, in your own words. Вот сейчас ответ находите, прочитываете, но старайтесь своими словами это предложение перефразировать. Ну, что не можем, можно прочитать. What are the two differences between the American and the Japanese reading? Find it in the text. In the text. Find it in the text. Ищем текст. Find.
В Америке приветствие, вам следует пожать руку, смотря прямо в глаза.
Все. Это первое предложение. В Америке люди жмут руку или вам следует сжать руку и смотреть прямо в глаза. Say it in English. In America. Люди жмут руку. People. Вспоминаем. Shake hands. И смотрят прямо в глаза. Straight into the eyes. Дальше про Японию. В Японии вам следует say it in English. You should go. Все, that's all. Вот мы перефразировали книжный текст. Подлежащее сказуемое дополнение обстоятельства вместо обстоятельства времени, как я учила, да? Number 3. List. List – перечислить. Да? Перечислить. Some of the clothes you think women shouldn't wear. In the text, it was not mentioned. In the text, you read only about clothes that women should wear. Jeans, great.
In the Muslim countries, women should wear
Jeans, shouldn't wear jeans.
A skirt.
Mini skirts, very short, extremely short skirts. And платье без рукавов, without, было слово как у нас, без рукавов. Ищем слово без рукавов. Да? Ищем слово без рукавов. Рукав without sleeves. Sleeve рукав. Так. Is your main meal of the day the same as in Italy and in Spain? Your meal. So in Italy, what is the main meal of the day? In Italy, lunch. In Spain, dinner. What is your main meal of the day? What is your main основной? Так.
A breakfast?
Breakfast, really breakfast, because we need some energy at the beginning of the day for a very long day. Breakfast, okay? What is your main meal of the day, Dasha? What is your main meal of the day, Ira? What is your main meal of the day? Anina, what is your main meal of the day? My main meal of the day is breakfast. Так и скажи, I don't I don't eat. Yes, what is your main meal of the day? I don't eat. That's too bad. Нельзя не кушать, не совсем. Нельзя. Милана, ой, Лия, what is your main meal? Speak English. I don't eat. I don't eat. Okay. In which countries do they prefer not to discuss business during meals? Not to discuss business during meals. In which countries? In which countries do they prefer not to discuss business during meals? In which countries? Это в тексте не обсуждается. In which countries do they prefer not to discuss business during meals? Not to discuss business during meals.
Britain and USA.
In Britain and USA? So do you agree with Diana? In Britain and USA, not to discuss business during meals. Where, in what countries do they think meals and lunch is the time to relax, not to discuss business?
In Mexico and Japan.
Yes, in Mexico and Japan. In Mexico and Japan. Good. Next, what are some of the rules about business cards? So you can read it from the text. What are some business cards? So you can find it in the text and read it aloud. Можно прочитать из текста. Вот Юля.
In Japan, you must present your cards with both hands with the right faces the person you are visiting.
Okay.
Well, in Japan you must present your business card.
Yes. With two hands.
No, in Japan you must present
Your business card. Yes. Okay, you are quite right. Anything else about business cards? Any other rules about business cards? Present it with two hands in Japan and yes, you are quite right, Vasilisa. With the front side facing the person. Good of you, very good. Next. And the third and very important thing, that your business card must be printed in what language? In your native language and in the local, yes, in the language of the country where you have business. Okay, next. Why is it not a good idea, question 7, to say to your Japanese business colleagues, I don't feel like staying out late tonight?
Because in Japanese business colleagues, they visit a nightclubs, and if you invited with them, you must go with them because it can help you in the future.
It's just their tradition. It's just their tradition to go after work somewhere to a restaurant for a kind of maybe half formal, yes, half official dinner. So, and you can't say, because it will be impolite, not polite. Not polite, не вежливо, не вежливо. So, which are extra tips about food and drink? Which are extra tips about food and drink? Which ones are about general behavior? So, extra tips, look here, extra tips, find extra tips. Find extra tips. Look through them once more. Look through them once more. Find one tip that you were shocked with, maybe. Shocked with. Vasilisa. Don't know? No. Extra tips. Yeah.
And then in countries it is acceptable to smack your lips
Yes.
when you eat.
Yes.
It means that
Yes. So in our country it is not acceptable. Do you remember the word acceptable?
Acceptable.
Приемлемо, да? Not acceptable, неприемлемо. Smack lips. Облизывать губы. Прищелкивать губами. So any other interesting tips? Any other interesting tips? Так, your group, Diana. Interesting tip to remember and to know.
In France, when you sit in cafe,
Yes.
you need to meet someone who you know, shake hands and
Yes, shake hands with everyone you know. Good. Very interesting tip. Так, this group, Dasha. This group. What tip you find very interesting, unusual? About China. China is our nearest neighbor. About China. What tip about China have you found and will you remember? Read us the tip about China, Dasha. China, про Китай. Find the tip and read it aloud.
In China, your host will keep your child, your dish unless you leave your chopsticks across your bowl.
Good, Василиса, translate.
В Китае должны
Ваш хозяин будет refill and refill your dish. Refill and refill your dish. Put some more and more food into your dish. Yes. Until you lay your chopsticks. Chopsticks. Палочки across the bowl. Across. Я показала.
Крест-накрест.
Вот так крест-накрест поверх миски. Вам будут накладывать. About China. I'm sure you will travel to China. You will travel to China one day. Okay. So, and we are very short of time. So, the last task. So, you know that these days our country is getting ready, is preparing for getting more and more tourists from abroad. Yes? And there are a lot of sites in our country, such as Shaolin Canyon and many others. So, what advice would you give to visitors from abroad? What they should do in Kazakhstan and what they shouldn't do? Should do, следует делать, shouldn't do, не следует делать. So, your group, you will prepare 3 sentences, there are 3 about what people should do. How should they behave in Kazakhstan? Diana,
Well, when you
just a moment. Shouldn't, не следует. Okay, just wait the others. Wait for the others. Так, shouldn't, следует, и shouldn't. 2 minutes for you. 2 minutes for you. We need to work faster. Так, the first group, Юля. What should? Shouldn't. You shouldn't. Let's start with should. Diana, should.
when you visit Kazakhstan, you must taste traditional food dishes, and well, you must see how
Should, not must.
okay. You
Must тоже
should
should следует.
see how our men play national games, and come in your
Visit.
yes, visit. In Europe, you must you need drink some knowledge with you. More words.
Окей. Окей. Ребята, немножко я забыла слайд перелистнуть, но мы тренируем здесь шуда структуру, да? Я задание дала. Шуда следует, шуда не следует. Must тоже можно как настоятельный совет, да? Но здесь should, да? So, and each member of the group should speak. Each member, not only leaders. You are sitting and keeping silence. Where is your group? Each member should speak. Should. Так, should or shouldn't? Should. What will you add? Add дополнить to this group. So what this group has said, add дополнить. What should visitors of Kazakhstan do? Well, guys, okay, really, sorry to interrupt your group discussion, really, because we need to complete our lesson. So, who remembers what was the aim of the lesson? What was the aim of the lesson? Цель какая у нас была? Who remembers? Чего мы делали, что мы доказывали? Prove. Which one? Which one? Which program?
Сколько стран, столько
Say it in English, say it in English. Have we proved this program? Yes, we have proved it. So, your home task will be, as we haven't completed the home task unit. Now, prepare individual home project. Now, individual, not group. Личный, индивидуальный, небольшой, very small home project. 3-4 slides. Traveler's guide to Kazakhstan presentation. So here you should mention about locations, just one sentence, places to visit. You should visit in Kazakhstan. Clothing. You should wear. Food. You should taste national food and way of life. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 sentences in